You don't relax when things finally go right. You notice it immediately. That strange tightness in your chest. The way your mind leans forward instead of settling back. You're supposed to be happy right now. You know that. Everything looks fine on the outside. Maybe even better than fine. And yet your thoughts don't soften. They sharpen. You catch yourself waiting for what you're not sure. But waiting feels safer than enjoying. It's almost like happiness makes you nervous. You sit in a good moment and your mind whispers, don't get used to this. Something always comes next. And you hate that you think this way. You feel guilty for it. Because other people would love to be where you are right now. Why can't you just relax? You smile. You laugh. You say the right things. But inside, your mind is scanning, looking for cracks, running quiet simulations of how this could end. You tell yourself you're just being realistic. But deep down, you know it's something else. It's the way calm feels unfamiliar, almost suspicious. Your nervous system doesn't trust silence. It's been trained by tension. So when joy shows up without warning, your mind starts asking questions instead of opening the door. How long will this last? What if I lose this? What if this is the peak? You don't think these thoughts loudly. They slip in between breaths, between smiles, between moments that should feel warm, and suddenly you're not fully there anymore. You're already imagining the future version of yourself looking back at this moment, thinking, that was when things were still okay. You ruin the present by time traveling. Forward, then backward, then forward again. And by the time you return, the moment has passed. At night, this becomes louder. You replay the good things from the day, but instead of comfort, they create tension. You analyze how fragile they were, how easily they could disappear. You imagine conversations that haven't happened yet, arguments that might never happen, losses that don't exist yet, but they feel real. They sit in your chest like memories from the future. You've learned something very early in life, even if you don't remember when. That good things come with a cost. That happiness is usually followed by disappointment. That if you relax too much, you'll be caught off guard. So your mind stays alert. Even during joy, especially during joy, because pain hurts less when you expect it, but surprise happiness feels dangerous. You don't let yourself fully arrive. You keep one foot out of the moment, just in case. And people don't see this part of you. They see someone calm, thoughtful, maybe even composed. They don't see the background noise, the constant inner commentary, the quiet pressure behind your eyes. They don't hear the voice that says, enjoy this now. But don't forget what usually happens. You spent so much time protecting yourself that peace feels like a trap. When nothing is wrong, your mind goes looking. Because chaos is familiar, stillness is not. You don't crave drama, you crave predictability. And happiness is unpredictable. It changes things. It raises expectations. It creates something to lose. So your mind tightens its grip. You notice every small shift in tone, every pause in someone's voice. Every tiny sign that things might change. You overinterpret smiles, silences, delayed replies. Not because you want to, but because your brain is trying to keep you safe. It learned that vigilance equals survival, so even in moments of joy, it stays awake. You wish you could turn it off. Just for a while, you imagine what it would feel like to fully sink into a moment without watching it. To laugh without thinking about tomorrow. To feel content without guilt. But the moment you try, your thoughts pull you back. What if this doesn't last? What if I mess this up? What if I don't deserve this? Sometimes it's not even fear. It's exhaustion. You're tired of holding happiness carefully. Like glass you don't trust. Yourself to relax around it. Because relaxing means lowering your guard. And lowering your guard feels unsafe. You've been disappointed before. Deeply. Quietly. You didn't fall apart back then. You adapted. You became alert. You became thoughtful. You became someone who anticipates, and now even joy gets filtered through that lens. You're not cold. You're not ungrateful. You're just someone whose mind learned to stay ahead of pain. So when happiness arrives, it doesn't feel like rest. It feels like responsibility. You feel pressure to maintain it, to protect it, to not jinx it. You hold your breath inside good moments, as if exhaling might make them disappear. And the strange part is you don't always notice this while it's happening. You only notice it afterward, when the moment is gone. And you realize you were never fully there. You were thinking about how it could end instead of how it felt. That realization stings. It makes you feel broken, like something is wrong with you. But nothing is wrong with you. Your mind just learned a different language. A language shaped by uncertainty, by emotional unpredictability, by moments where happiness didn't last long enough. So now joy comes with subtitles, warnings, footnotes, fine print. You don't believe in simple happiness, you believe in happiness with consequences. And that belief lives quietly in your body, in the way your shoulders never fully drop, in the way your breath stays shallow during good news, in the way your thoughts speed up instead of slowing down. You crave peace, but peace feels unfamiliar, so your mind fills the silence with noise. It replays old conversations. It imagines future ones. It analyzes what you said, what you didn't say, what you should have said, even during moments that were supposed to be light. You don't let moments just be moments. They become data, evidence, proof, warnings, and it's exhausting, not in a dramatic way, in a quiet, end-of-day way. The kind of tired that doesn't show on your face but settles deep in your chest. You lie in bed and replay everything, not just the bad. The good too, especially the good, because good moments leave you wondering what happens next. And you wish someone could tell you it's okay to be here. Nothing bad is coming right now. But your mind doesn't trust reassurance. It trusts patterns. And your pattern has been brace yourself. So you do, even when you don't need to. You don't celebrate internally. You monitor. You don't relax. You prepare. And yet, there's a part of you that still wants to rest. You feel it in small moments. When you forget yourself for half a second. When you laugh without thinking. When the room feels quiet and safe. Those moments are brief, but they're real. They remind you that peace isn't impossible for you, just unfamiliar. And maybe one day you won't feel the need to analyze happiness the moment it arrives. Maybe one day you'll notice yourself smiling and not immediately ask why. Maybe one day you'll let a good moment pass through you without trying to hold it still. Not because you forced yourself to, not because you learned a technique, but because your body finally realizes that not every calm moment is followed by pain. Until then, be gentle with the part of you that stays alert. It wasn't created to ruin joy, it was created to protect you. And tonight, as you listen to this, you don't have to fix anything. You don't have to relax perfectly. You don't have to let go completely. You can just sit here, thinking, feeling, letting this moment exist without deciding what it means. That's enough for now.